The 240, our selections are on the screen, but for people who can't see it on their apps or whatever, Jimmy, your selection.
Burton Port.
And no reason why?
No.
Summary Justice, trainer in form, hopefully improve for the step up in trip.
Okay.
Well, my enemy doesn't lead up Carruthers, but I'm sticking with Carruthers.
Okay, well, I'm sticking with Pete the Feet. I'm sure Luke is a happy man, even though he hasn't picked any TV selections. He could be going back to that top of that tipsters table. Tell us about your winner and what the current price is here on the 240.
Yeah, we'll start off with, of the four that I gave earlier, Jetmaster just won hard on the bridle for Lucy Alexander at 9-2, which is nice to see. But early on here, a bit of a surprise, Burton Port is leading with Master Overseer and Carruthers on the near side under Nico de Boinville. Back in fourth is Summary Justice with Pigeon Island. Pete the Feet's being restrained today, and Tullamore Dew rounds up the field as Burton Port takes them on towards the next and measures it well. Carruthers was over in second with Master Overseer, just niggled along on landing there. On the inside, Pete the Feet with Summary Justice on the outside. Then the now white Pigeon Island is at the back of the field with Tullamore Dew as they come to the next, and Burton Port measures that one really well and jumps it fantastically with Carruthers back in second. Master Overseers following Burton Port about 4 lengths down with Summary Justice and Pete the Feet in behind, and then Tullamore Dew, who's relegated Pigeon Island to be the back marker early on as they turn out the back straight for the first time. They got 14 left to jump and they faced towards the cross fence, and Burton Port is a leader about a length from Carruthers, the ex-Hennessy winner of course. Back in third is Master Overseer, who's about 2.5 lengths behind Carruthers with Pete the Feet on the inside with Summary Justice. Tullamore Dew and Pigeon Island still holds up the back of the field under Sam Twiston Davis as they come towards the cross fence, and Burton Port again jumps it well. He's been jumping fantastically out in front so far. Carruthers is on the inside with about 4 or 5 lengths back now to Master Overseer as Pete the Feet takes slightly closer order. Summary Justice was a bit short of room, turning home the first time there with Tullamore Dew on the inside of him. Then Pigeon Island still holding up the back of the field under a patient ride from Sam Twiston Davis. So it's Burton Port by about half a length now from Carruthers, about 4 or 5 lengths back to Master Overseer. But Burton Port and Carruthers lead them into their next, and again both of them measure it really nicely and jump it fantastically. Pete the Feet jumped into third there, whereas Master Overseer was a little bit sluggish over it. Summary Justice is making a little bit of ground as they prepare to go round this fence and not taking that one today. And Burton Port just holds the lead, maybe by about a head from Carruthers, but they're taking each other on early on here, which was the worry. But Pete the Feet, usually a confirmed front runner, is back in third today under Noel Feely as they come towards the next. And Burton Port has really ridden into that one, and Carruthers saw a brilliant stride as well. So these two old boys jumping really nicely out in front here. Summary Justice is on the outside and just being niggled along slightly there on this testing ground. Then Tullamore Dew is still holding up the rear with Pigeon Islands. They come to the next, and Carruthers and Burton Port, it was their turn to get in a little bit close to that one. Pete the Feet jumped it nicely, whereas Master Overseer made a little bit of a mistake with Summary Justice on the wide outside. And again, Summary Justice just niggled along a little bit there by Liam Treadwell. Tullamore Dew's travelling well past the stands the first time, and Pigeon Island still last. They come over the water jump, whereas Burton Port has about a length advantage over Carruthers there. And we go back to you guys for a little bit of in-race analysis.
Well, that's a surprise, but Burton Point is leading with Carruthers. Carruthers had expected maybe front off with Pete the Feet, but they're not really going at it too much, are they?
Well, I thought they went a right gallop so far. You know, a circuit to go, Burton Port's still in front. I'd say it's probably just change of tactics, try and revive him, try and get the old Burton Port back to, you know, try and get him back to form. He seems to be enjoying it, but we're a long way from home.
Melissa?
Yeah, it's really nice to see Burton Port enjoying himself, you know, because he has looked to, you know, shadow of its former self in recent starts, but, you know, he looks a happy horse there, and, you know, he takes some catching, I think.
Someone who might be a happy horse is David.
I was just about to say Noel Feely is doing the right thing here. They're going hectic gallop up front, and Noel's just dropped in Pete to Feet, but he's come up out of nowhere and landed on the fence, and Noel has departed from him. So
okay, so I've done Leda Joan today.
I thought he got scared because it looked like he jumped off.
Yeah, well, I thought, yeah.
So I've done Leda Joan, which has fallen over, and Pete the Feet, which has fallen over. Luke. Go back to you. It's getting a bit hairy.
Burton Port just took that one a little bit by the roots, but he's got a lot of them in trouble here. The only one that's still on the bridle is Carruthers, who's come to join Burton Port again. But Burton Port is by far going the easiest. He's ridden into this one by Tony McCoy and jumps that one much better. Carruthers was slow in second, and the rest are in trouble here. And Burton Port could take some catching out in front. He's really enjoying himself and jumping fantastically so far. as Burton Port leads by about 4 to 5 lengths. Summary Justice is in third. Don't discount Tullamore Dew, who's making ground, but is going easier than the rest in fourth under Tom Cannon. But the lead is with Burton Port, who's about 4 or 5 lengths clear of Carruthers, who's now pushed along. Summary Justice has also ridden along. Tullamore Dew still back in fourth, but is being pushed now, as Burton Port is leading him a merry dance at the moment as he comes towards the cross fence, and it's Burton Port takes it well again. Carruthers jumped also well, but Tullamore Dew is the one that's still catching the eye. He's getting a little bit closer, but he's now being ridden along. Summary Justice has just about taken second from Carruthers, who's on the inside, and now Summary Justice is going to be the one to get after Burton Port, but still Tony McCoy has not moved a muscle on Burton Port. He's jumping really nicely out in front and turns for home with about a 5 or 6 length advantage, but is going by far the easiest. Master Overseer is tailing off towards the rear of the field and is going to be pulled up, it looks like, whereas Pigeon Island is looking like an uphill battle as well. Burton Port comes to the next and jumps it well. Summary Justice is in second and chasing hard, but Burton Port still isn't out of third gear, it would seem. Carruthers is trying his best with Tullamore Dew, but they can't get any closer, as the same with Pigeon Island. Master Overseer is also hopelessly detached. Burton Port now is becoming under a bit of a ride here, and Summary Justice is beginning to serve it up. Tullamore Dew's gone third, but Burton Port only has about a 2-length advantage now, as Summary Justice comes to join him here, and Summary Justice jumps well on the far side. Burton Port really found a stride there when he needed it, and AP is really having to go for Burton Port now. Summary Justice on the far side is beginning to serve it up though, and may have just headed Burton Port. Summary Justice though towards the last.
Go on, AP.
And Summary Justice was untidy over it, but Burton Port found a good stride, a length that separates the two. Tony McCoy and Summary Justice. Liam Treadwell on the far side punching Summary Justice out. A 2-length lead now. Burton Port can find no more back in second, as Summary Justice is going away 3 lengths clear. And Summary Justice, it's a great day for Melissa as Summary Justice wins nicely and a brilliant staying performance.